I am here with Jordan Leavitt from the UFC, aka The Monkey King is in the house. First of all, Jordan, I gotta know, how did you get the nickname The Monkey King? It's an amazing nickname.
It was a racial nickname.
Really?
No, I'm joking. No, so we were watching the Forbidden Kingdom in middle school, all my friends, who actually all happened to be white. They're like, hey, that's you. You're the Monkey King. And it kind of stuck, and I had it in high school, and it's very easily marketable. It fits my personality.
How old are you when you started wrestling?
14, and then I quit, and then discovered MMA. And I was like, I should wrestle if I want to fight, and then came back when I was 16.
So you started at 14 and quit at 14?
Yeah.
What made you quit?
It's hard. I joined wrestling to like hang out with my friends. It's very hard. I never did anything athletic in my life, all sisters. So then I quit. And the day I quit, I turned on Spike TV, because I wanted to feel manly, because I'm a quitter. And The Ultimate Fighter Season 10 is on. I didn't even know there were separate shows away from The Ultimate Fighter. I thought it was all reality TV show people fighting. 13 years later, I'm in the UFC.
After you saw the UFC, you started wrestling again. Did you go, okay, I got to do some other stuff too?
Yeah, I started doing jiu-jitsu, judo,
at 15?
everything at 15. I did everything for 2 years, and then I just focused on wrestling for 1 year because I wanted to get into college because I didn't have the best grades, so I needed to do the athlete thing. And then I decided to screw college, and then I got my UFC contract instead.
That's incredible. Now, people know you as the Monkey King, but they also know you as the most fashionable, best-dressed man in the UFC. And obviously, you're killing it. Let's see it. Boom, hit us with a twirl. Yes, sir.
Got the blue flamingos, 70s beige leisure suit.
You have the best swag in the game, I think.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
I think I do. Where's my leisure suit, Venom?
You rock the platform shoes.
Yeah,
Like,
I can walk in heels, and I'm not adverse to having an eating disorder.
Before you wanted to do fighting and, mixed martial arts and stuff like that, you wanted to do law school. You want to be a lawyer, right?
Yeah, my family's a bunch of lawyers. Lawyers make a lot of money. No one wants to grow up and be poor. So I was like, law school works. Political science, major. I had 12 credits left to get my degree. 2020 happened. I didn't want my last semester to be all online. I feel like that would kind of cheat the whole college experience. So I was like, oh, wait. So I've been doing the fighting thing at the same time, and then 2020 went on a lot longer than we thought. So I was like, okay, we got to fight a lot more to pay the bills. And then I got my call to be in the UFC, got my contract on Contender Series, and then got my bonus. So I was like, I just made a $50,000 bonus plus my show money. The goal is just to get successful enough in fighting to not have to go to law school. Because that just seems like a very boring life now that I've accomplished my dreams.
You've got some amazing bonuses in the UFC. You've had amazing submissions. One of your submissions, I think only 2 other people have got it.
Inverted triangle.
Inverted triangle. That is crazy. Do you train that, or do you just randomly pull that off?
Well, now I train it all the time because now I know it works, but I've been on record saying that move's a fake move. And honestly, I think it's because I don't train for cup, it sounds weird, but as I had my legs triangled around his head, my cup was right in his throat.
Yeah.
Okay, and I was just I'm resting, and I hear a gurgle, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm about to get this super dumb move. So then I squeeze super hard, he taps, that's why I come out, I'm laughing in the frame. I'm like, this is ridiculous. This move is so stupid. So then I got the inverted triangle. Didn't get my bonus though, but yeah, 1 of 3, well now it's 4, I got it a few months ago, but now one of only 4 inverted triangles. So that was kind of fun because it's fake. And that's not what I do. Now I love it. Now it's I want to get it again. So.
So yeah, you've had amazing submissions, and also in your last fight, you had an incredible knockout.
Yeah.
The knee. Having a submission and having a knockout, which one do you prefer more?
So after the fact, I prefer a submission. But I've never been so aggro that I lost control of what I wanted to do. I knocked out another man, and when I slammed a guy, I knocked him out. It was terrifying. I never knocked someone out ever in my life. So when I threw a few knees and he crumpled and I'm swinging and the ref pushes me off, I felt so manly. I never cuss. I'm all cussing on the screen, marching. I had a whole victory dance plan that I completely ditched, forgot about it.
What was the victory dance?
I can't tell you. It'll be the next one.
The next one? Okay, okay. We don't want to give it away then.
A little feminine, a little sexual, sensual. They're going to like it or they're going to hate it. Depends on which of the people you're on social media. I forgot everything. And then, after I knocked him out, all the decisions getting announced, and, I'm, about to cry. It was the biggest emotional roller coaster ever. It's like when your dad would punch a hole in the wall and then cry afterwards. I felt so manly and aggro, and then I just fell apart.
My dad's not manly enough to punch a hole in the wall.
Well, I didn't have a dad,
okay.
Light skin life, white mom, no dad.
I mean, it sounds like you're so emotional about a knockout, but you're saying you like the submission more. Why is that?
Like a submission for me, like when I was watching this sport, I'm like, anyone could get lucky and get a knockout.
Okay.
If I grab a person and I force them to submit, I force them to say, I quit, I can't do this anymore, that was way more empowering. It's like the idea of like in Hunters, it's like I want like a painless kill.
Yeah.
I love to get like a painless kill in the octagon. I love me winning. I'm not hurt, he's not hurt, except for maybe an ego. You know, that feels really good on my conscience. Because I don't feel guilty because I know nothing bad happened. But when you knock somebody out, like, and they don't wake up for a few minutes, and like, I can tell, I just know like your wife or your family's like at home crying. It's a very traumatic, very guilty situation for me to be in. I'm trying to move past that because they're trying to kill me. You know, everyone wants to get the knockout, but I hate the knockouts. If I can never have a knockout again, I think I'd be fine with it. But more marketable. You know, I got to throw hands, I got to hurt people, so I'm figuring that out.
I saw in your interview you said, I was surprised that I got the knockout. Why were you surprised?
In all my interviews, I was saying, I'll knock him out as a kind of a joke.
Yeah.
Because no one believes I'm going to knock somebody out. But like me and my corner people, my cornerman and like my coach, I was like, I want to knock him out.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't think it's going to happen, but like, I just got teabagged in London. I need to bounce back. And everyone kind of overlooks me. So I was like, if I knock a guy out who's never been knocked out, who's known as a striker, that'll look good. So when I hurt him to the body and I like finished it and got the knockout, I was like, I'm not one of those weird secret people. Like I didn't manifest nothing. It was hard work. But I was just like, dude, I faked it until I made it. Like I was like, I'm gonna knock him out, you know. Backstage we're practicing my knockout blows, and then it freaking happened, man.
Well, it's kind of like you did manifest it, because you, even though you're joking about it, you were saying in all the interviews, and then you scored this highlight reel knockout.
Dude, it was ironic. It was just ironic.
Which is crazy, because you do have another knockout, but it was an accidental knockout where you picked the guy up and slammed him.
Yeah.
And they're both highlight reel knockouts. Which one do you prefer?
Oh, the knee.
The knee, because it's intentional.
Yeah, like I was trying to slam him, but like I wasn't expecting to get a knockout.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like I was kind of cheated. Like in my head, I was like, oh, I knocked somebody out, but it wasn't from what gets knockouts.
Well,
you know?
you say that, but the slam knockout is, I mean, I think one of the most iconic knockouts with Rampage. You remember when he did the
the power bomb on Ricardo Arona? Yeah, it's bad A, and it's really cool. It's really empowering. But that moment's also kind of marred because my opponent, Matt Wyman, he had his corner, and his wife in his corner.
Yeah.
So like I knocked him out, and he doesn't wake up for like 11 minutes. Ooh. So like as soon as I knock him out, I like run to my corner. I'm all super excited, but then like it kind of hits me. You can see it on the frame. I kind of like back up a little bit, and like I instantly start crying. So the camera people are like, commercial, commercial, commercial. You know, it looks bad if like you're crying over a guy who looks like he's dead. You know, so then I'm freaking crying, and I'm like hugging my corner people. They're like, it's okay, Bubba. You know, that happens. He'd do the same to you. And I'm like, I'm gonna talk to his wife. They're like, do not talk to his wife. Do not talk. So I like push him out of the way, talking to his wife. And the security guard gets in my way. What are you doing? I'm like, I'm talking to her. And he was like, okay. He just watched me slam a guy. He's probably not gonna stop me, you know. And then I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, your husband's a good man, and you know she forgave me as much as she could. You know, kind of pressuring situation. We had a little hug, and then everyone in the comment section made it the most ugly experience. Like this man knocked out her husband, and then he's putting the moves on her, trying to hug her after the fight. I'm like, have some humanity. I wouldn't try to do something evil. I was trying to do the right thing, and it just looked bad. And then Dominic Cruz says Jordan Leavitt paying his respects to his wife. Like I killed the man. I'm not paying respects. He's gonna wake up. But so yeah, the slam knockout, I have mixed feelings about it still, man. It feels guilty, but it made me $50,000. I went from food stamps, $50,000, 1 week. It was amazing.
Wow, so before that fight you were on food stamps.
Yeah.
And then the game changes like that.
Yeah. The government didn't want to take care of me anymore, you know? Like I had food stamps, I had like a $200 budget for an entire month of groceries, and then like they're like, what happened? Looks hella suspicious. They just cut me off, you know? Like, you can't say you're broke and then have $50,000 wired to you. So it was wild.
You know what? One of the things I really love about you is that you're so honest about how you're doing in life. You were like, oh, I bought a new house, I bought a new car, I really didn't have the money for it, but I'm gambling. And then you got your second big bonus knockout.
So many of these fighters, like, I feel like they're like faking it. And they're going through it and they're not being themselves. And then like, when you kind of start showing your true self, all the fans are like, you've changed. Their heart's not in it anymore. They're talking differently. And for me, it's like I just want to be I want to be a better version of myself in my debut fight than in my retirement fight. Like I don't want this sport to change me. I really just want to stay myself. And this sport's really ugly. A lot of really evil, horrifying, terrifying, painful things happen. And I just try to keep it like happy and try to like make it a good experience in every aspect. And I think I just have to be honest. I'm not a good liar.
A lot of the fans have been saying you are more and more like a sex symbol. What do you think about this?
I am a sex symbol. You know, I drop it like it's hot. I got the cake for days. Nothing's more sexy than confidence, and I have that in spades. I have a very flamboyant aura about me, and I see that's why a lot of fighters are very intimidated by me. You know, they're a little worried. They won't be a part of this guy's highlight reel. I'm a little fabulous. All these guys are like in their interviews, this is my life. God chose me for this fight. I'm going to win, you know? And I don't even take it that seriously, man. So when like the guy who's just like twerking, like doing freaking Fortnite dances over you, beats you, it's like, it's not even 100% of my focus. I'm literally just living my best life and the fighting things is like awesome. And I put all my effort into it, but like, this is their life.
This is
and
their
so when
life?
they see a guy that's not taking it seriously, I think it's very insulting. And I understand that, but this can't be too serious for me. If it's too serious, then I feel like then the anxiety would finally hit me, you know?
I love that you say that. You're like, I don't take fighting too serious. I like to have fun with it. If you could name the top 5 fighters that love to have fun and don't take it too serious, who would they be?
Ooh, myself, Kevin Holland, Sean Strickland, you know, Roxanne Modafferi, Tony Ferguson. I think we all have the most fun.
That's a perfect list. Yes. I think you guys, and I think it's right now you and Kevin Holland fighting for number 1 because you both seem to have the most fun.
Yeah, like Big Mouth, everyone loves Kevin Holland. He's very honest too. He's all in the fight like, Dana, this hurts. Where are you? Like he's like, talking to the commentators like, I can't talk. I'm like, I'm not as good a shape as these guys. I can't talk and fight at the same time. My goal is to get that good where I'm like talking to like DC and Biz Ping while I'm like getting my face punched, you know? It'd be pretty cool.
Do you talk to Dana ever?
No, I've only ever talked to Dana when I got my contract. That was all like nerdy, like I got my submission and I did my little like split and twerk and I'm like, thank you for the opportunity. It's very nice to meet you. He's like, good job, kid. And then he gave me the contract. That's the only time I've ever talked to Dana. But he changed my life. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I think maybe give Dana a little conversation because now him and Kevin Holland are like best friends.
I know.
Kevin Holland, he bought shoes for Kevin Holland, didn't he?
Yeah.
I think he needs to buy a new wardrobe for the Monkey King.
Dana, my birthday's in June. Hook me up.
June what? So we look
June 2nd.
June
I'm a
2nd.
Gemini.
Dana, he's a Gemini. Come on now. Maybe a bonus, maybe a new wardrobe, maybe a Venom wardrobe.
Venom leisure suit.
There's so many people in the UFC, and you train with a lot of the different people in UFC. Do you prefer to fight somebody that you already have a previous relationship with, or someone that you completely don't know?
Yeah, I don't want to fight a stranger.
Okay.
You know, like the friendlier the emotions before the fight, the better. If I feel like we vibe, I want to fight you because we're gonna get paid the same whether we hate each other or we like each other. I'd rather there be some respect. So I would rather know that like a guy will knock me out and then he's not gonna hate me after. It sounds really ridiculous, but like I like there to be some civility in the fight game. I like to like get to know the person, shake hands, like how's it down in Texas? How's your wife? Let's fight, you know, throw hands. Like fighting's not a big deal.
So you prefer to fight your friends?
I would prefer to fight my friends.
Then I'm scared to become too good of friends with you because I feel like then you just beat me up.
Yeah.
Do you still get nerves?
I don't think I really get nerves.
Okay.
Like I get nerves like when I sign the contract because like anxiety and I'm nervous for the camp, I'm nervous for the weight cut. But fighting's really not too scary because in my head, I'm either going to win or I'm going to get knocked out. And if I get knocked out, there's not even going to be a bad memory. It's just going to be a blink. So it's going to skip forward from a good memory. I'm walking out having fun, walkout song. What happens? So in my head, it's either good or nothing.
I saw this thing with George St. Pierre, and he was saying that he was nervous, extremely nervous before every fight. But you're saying, I think it's the outlook too, because you said some guys take it very seriously and like, this is my life. But you're like, I'm not really taking this seriously. Maybe that kind of attributes to you not being as nervous when you're fighting.
Yeah, like I get the same amount of like adrenaline from when I was having a match in chess club, from a wrestling match, to an interview, to a fight. It's the same like baseline of anxiety. Like all those things seem so horrible in the moment, but like they're not that big a deal. And so for fighting, I do that every day. And I do it without adrenaline. I feel pain all the time. I get hurt. I get legs broken. Everything happens without adrenaline. So with adrenaline, what do I have to be afraid of? It's just a fist fight. Like, it's not that big a deal.
I love how you related a fist fight to a chess match. You're like, a chess match, I got nerves.
Dude, it's all war. It's all war. Losing sucks no matter what it's at, man. Whether we're playing 4K, chess, or MMA, I don't want to lose. I want to win. And any type of loss hurts. But at the end of the day, like, my bills are paid. Hopefully my wife will still love me, you know, like, I'm still going to be a good dad. Like, life is way more than just fighting. Fighting's just my job.
Now, you said you have a wife. But for the longest time, I kept on seeing people say that this was the first openly gay UFC fighter. But you're married.
Yeah, I'm married to a woman that I'm attracted to.
Sorry, fellas.
A cis woman, very normal, everyday American ginger woman. But it's because when I won my contract, I fall into the split. I do a little twerk, and then that UFC intern must have gotten fired because they posted underneath in the caption, "That's how you start a season, hard eyes rainbow emoji." So they're like, got him, we have a gay fighter. And they didn't ask for this, I didn't ask for this. So then I also didn't know this was happening. So then I go on, I win the contract, and I'm like crying. And then I accidentally announced like our pregnancy on ESPN. So then like, I went to my inbox, and it's a bunch of gay guys, like, we have, like, congrats, we have one. Like, penis picture, penis picture, penis picture. Next thing, kill yourself. How dare you play us? Like, you can't pretend to be gay. I didn't pretend to be gay. You can dance and do the splits and even shake your butt, ironically, and it's not gay. And now it's my thing, and I'll never shake it, and that's cool, because being gay is not a bad thing, and it's the best community ever. They're very supportive. They party. They get down. Whatever.
I love it. That's so funny. So, they thought you were tricking them.
Yeah, they thought I was pretending.
How'd you meet your wife?
I met my wife on a dating app, Mutual, which is a dating app for the members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, better known as the Mormons. It's Mormon Tinder. I met my wife on that, drove up to Utah, and like I was a weirdo. I said I love you after 3 days, and she like chuckled. Obviously, I don't feel the same. I'm embarrassed. I drive home, and eventually it works out. I dug myself out of that hole, and we're married, have a baby. Life is good.
How old's the baby?
My daughter just turned 2.
Let's say if she goes, Dad, I want to be a fighter just like you. Would you say yes or you absolutely not?
Oh, I hope she doesn't want to. I mean, my kids do whatever they want, you know. Let your freak flag fly. Do whatever you want in life. But I hope my kids don't want to fight, because fighting is just such a hard life, man. I hope my kids give me a nice, boring, normal retirement, because I'm not sure. Like, quartering fights is terrifying. I never want to watch one of my kids get in a fist fight. That's the most terrifying thing ever. I can't. My mom's a champ. I can't imagine how she does it.
Your mom's seeing you, she comes to the fights.
Yeah, my mom's a thug. My first time I got a fight schedule, I told my mom, like, hey, Mom, I have a fight scheduled in January. You know how to fight? What are you going to do, pin him? And I'm like, Mom, I know how to fight. But my mom was there, yelling, head on, like screaming with her phone out, spitting on the people in front of her. My mom is a G. She raised 4 kids on her own. Like, she's the most thug thing about my background. My mom's so cool. And now it's just a thing, you know? Like, yeah, my son's a UFC fighter.
I love that.
Yeah.
Your mom, Mormon thug.
She is. My mom is a Mormon thug.
Let's go, Mama Leavitt. That's what I'm talking about. So, Jordan, one of our producers actually saw your victory dance, the twerk, and she loved it so much, and she doesn't know how to twerk. She wanted to know if you can give her a tutorial.
Anyone can twerk. Let's do this thing.
Elisa, first of all, can you show them what you're starting with? This is her twerk right now.
Yeah. So this is
Sister, you can stop that. I've seen enough. Some people are blessed with cake, and some people are blessed with cupcakes. This cake did not rise, but don't worry. I could help. First thing you're gonna need is a nice little arch back, interior pelvic tilt. And you want to resist the urge just to shake your hips. You look like a white mom when you do that. It's all in the legs. We're marching. So, you know, it's all in the calves, and then you add those hips into it. And then when you get really good, you got the volcano. So you like touch your toes and shake. And it's impossible not to smile while you do that, unless you're a pro. I've done this a lot, believe it or not. And that's That's how you shake your butt. All right, and we go on a 5, 6, 7, 8. Ready? We arch our back, we bend our knees, we bounce, we get low. And that's how you do it, sister.
Jordan Leavitt, the Monkey King, also the Twerk King. Amazing fighter. And also, thank you for so much for teaching Elise, our producer.
That was haram.
That was wrong.
We'll see you guys later.
I said haram.